on using this week and the days that you guys have off to your benefit?
Well, I think we already have. Obviously, it's so weird. This week, 2 games in 7 days. Next week, 2 and 7, and then the Grinch comes out. We play 5 and 7 the week of Christmas. But so when you know that, you have to be smart about the approach. Monday was a blackout day. Everybody stay home after a 3-game road trip. Yesterday was more of a player development treatment type day. And today was we got after it. And my message to our team is there are 3 areas that we really have to continue to focus on: transition, paint, and rebounding. Those 3 areas are just really hurting us. We're bottom 5 in all those categories. And my message was this: we're giving up 116.8 points per game. If we give up 1 less point in transition, 1 less blow by and not trap the box in the half court, and 1 less offensive rebound, we can get down to 110.8. It's right there. It's hanging in the air. We just have to do a better job of taking it. And after that, we practiced, and it was a really good practice today.
Yeah, you have an update on Jamal Murray, what his status is?
He's able to go through portions of practice today, which is great to have him out there. He got some good work in yesterday in terms of treatment, player development, and then we'll see how he feels from his work today. I'd say for Friday night, he's still going to be listed as questionable.
Coach, is this a team that's still searching for its identity? And if so, is that about maybe rediscovering what you used to have, or you got to find something new now?
No, I think it's not identifying who we are, but accepting it, embracing it, and doing it. We have to defend. I mean, there's no secret about it. There's no way we should go from being 8th in defense last year to being, I think, 16th right now. Offensively, we've never had any issues with 7th in offensive efficiency. We're dominating the paint. Our assist numbers are through the roof. Offensively, we have to take care of it. We have to generate more threes. But defensively, as I mentioned, you can't be 26th in transition, 28th in the paint, and then 28th in getting rebounded. Those numbers are not conducive to winning at a high level. And that's our message, man. Get your ass back, guard the ball, give help when you have to, fly around, and then stop ball watching, stop leaking out, find a body, hit someone, and then we can run. And that's the crazy thing is our defense hasn't been great, our rebounding's been poor, and we're still the #1 transition team in the league. So imagine what our 20 points a game could be in transition if we actually guarded and rebounded at a higher level. It would be fun to watch.
Did you make copies of that flyer?
No, it's just just been reiterated over and over and over again, and will continue to be. And I was really happy with how we finished up a really disappointing trip. And the message also has been, as you guys know, is we got to get off to better starts. So we're 7-0 when we win the first quarter. We're 5-0 when we're up at halftime. Let's not wait till the third quarter to be down by 8, 10, 12, 14 points. All right, we're going to start playing now. Playing from a deficit every night is really exhausting, and it's a bad habit to get into. So we have to hit the ground running and get our urgency and defense into the game right from the jump ball.
You mentioned the stretch right into Christmas. You guys play 16 games, I think, in January. Do you see kind of elongating the rotation, like playing more guys to kind of account for that?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, some of it has to do like the other night when you don't play till Friday, you can extend guys' minutes. Knowing that you have next week, once again, only 2 games in 7 days, you may be able to push the envelope a little bit. And then you get into the hectic schedule starting going into Christmas, coming out into January, as you mentioned. And then you realize, you have to throw guys like Jalen Pickett out there and Hunter Tyson, just so you're not playing 8 guys every night. I don't want to play 8 guys. It'd be great to play 10 guys every night and not have guys come January 1st be exhausted. And obviously with Nikola being the #1 guy, Aaron's missed a bunch of games. Jamal's missed some games with injuries. So you worry about the Michael Porters and the Nicolas especially. But we'll read the schedule, read where we're at, and if we have to give days off and pull back from practice, we'll also do that as well.
You talked about how good Aaron Gordon was playing before his injury. Where do you feel like he's at in terms of comeback here now?
Yeah, I think he's still trying to find himself and get back into that game rhythm. He played and then he sat and then he played. So I think this break is going to be good for him. And if we can get him back out there consistently night in, then he's going to find that game rhythm that he had. We know how valuable he is. We know all the dirty work that he does for this team and how he compliments every player on the floor. So I think Aaron here in the next week, 5 games, is going to regain and find that rhythm that he had, which would be really important. So we're not overloading other guys with all we're asking them to do.
Michael, what does it do for you guys when Julian is scoring the way he has the last couple of games?
It gives us a boost. It gives us a guy off the bench that you can play through and run plays for. His catch and shoot ability, the 3-point line. Again, he's a guy. We have a lot of guys that we all talk about. We have to shoot more threes. Well, part of us not shooting threes recently is Nicola's dominance. Nicola's just dominating inside the 2. But Jamal can shoot more, Michael can shoot more, Nicola can shoot more, and Julian can shoot more. We want him shooting probably, he's taking 4 a game at a really healthy clip. Let's get that number up to 6.5 threes per game. And that's somebody other teams have to game plan for. And then he's not just a 3-point shooter, as we all know. He can put the ball on the floor, shoot that mid-range shot, get to the rim and finish, and also generate free throw attempts. So having a scorer off the bench helps us when we take our main guys out. It helps kind of steady the ship.
What are the next steps we need to see from him defensively? You've talked about kind of wanting to be hard on him at that end of the floor, thinking that he can be a strong
Yes,
defender.
one-on-one. He's a really good team defender. He understands the game. He understands our game plan, where he needs to be in terms of our 5-on-5 team defense. But for Julian, and he's not the only one, his one-on-one defense, he's got to take more pride in that end of the floor, guarding his man, have more discipline, not fouling jump shooters. And I've seen him do it. I know he's capable. He's a young player, but if he can make a jump in terms of his one-on-one, that's going to help him and help us out tremendously.
Michael, you mentioned the frustrations of this past road trip, and it seems those last 2 games really define the hot and cold of this team. What is your takeaway after seeing that loss to the 2-win Wizards versus bouncing back and dominating the Hawks like you did?
Well, my take is that losing sucks no matter who you lose to. I don't put any stock into you lose to OKC, you lose to Washington. I understand the records are completely different, and that was a bad loss for us. We own that. And then you show the resolve to bounce back in a back-to-back less than 24 hours later and have one of our best halves of the season and beat Atlanta, a team who had won 5 or 6 in a row. And that speaks to us having the proper mindset and finding a way to be a lot more consistent than we have been in our first 22 games. 12-10 is unacceptable. We all own that. And we have to look ourselves in the mirror as individuals to find out what we can do first as an individual before collectively to be a better team. And that's what we're trying to do as we speak. All right. Thanks, everybody.